Hey everybody, it's Andy Cloudy Milder, your self-proclaimed metal mogul, going to do a series of videos showing my favourite album covers from the 1980s, the best decade for rock and metal, in my humble opinion. Now, these are not going to be my favourite albums musically. Music, of course, is very subjective, but so is art as well. I've looked through my collection and picked out 10 from each year, and I'm going to share them with you. Now, obviously, I'm limited to what I have in my collection, and this is my favourite list. So if your favourite list is different, then let me know in the comments what you think I have missed. Maybe I've even missed a great album, simply because I've missed out on the great artwork, and maybe I could pick that up too. So let me know in the comments what you think of my favourites and ones that I may have missed. Let's dive straight in. First up, love this cover, already tripping over my words, by Gamma. This is Gamma 2. Just the imagery of the sharks swimming through the grass towards the sunbather. Always loved it. I wish I knew who painted it. Been trying to find out, doing a bit of searching up, but to no avail. It's one of those pieces of art, I think, where we'll never know who did it. But if you do know, then do let me know. Angel Witch. One of the best new wave of British heavy metal debut albums of all time. But this isn't about the music. This is about the artwork. Always found this cover completely fascinating. It's a image... I spotted this and I knew I was going to lose it as soon as I looked. I can't find it now. There's something on here. The front cover. It's The Fallen Angels Entering Pandemonium by John Martin. And it is in the Tate Gallery in London, or certainly was around 1980. It's a picture of hell, obviously, but there's almost like a futuristic building in the background, and all the damned souls across the bottom. It's one of those images I could just stare at for ages and keep spotting new things, but a classic from Angel Witch, both musically and the artwork. Of course, 1980 wouldn't be complete without some Derek Riggs artwork, and you probably wouldn't be surprised to see Derek Riggs popping up in quite a few of the videos in this series, but the iconic first Iron Maiden album needs no introduction, needs no explanation. Not many covers I pick tend to have people on. They tend to be mostly pieces of art, but always loved this picture of Thunderstick on Head On by Samson. This is a photograph by a guy called Simon Fowler. It's just menacing. It's just evil. It's just... should be head off, really, shouldn't it? Rather than head on. But there we go. Next up. This is a cover I've loved since I was a kid. I've been a fan of this album since I first heard it in about... probably 83, 84. A painting by Richard Clifton Day, and it is from the my favourite Blue Oyster Cult album, Cultosaurus Erectus. The first one I ever heard, and the one that has stuck with me through thick and thin throughout. Just that dinosaur, skull, alien, who knows. Some funky artwork on the back cover as well. But it's the front covers I'm talking about, and this is Blue Oyster Cult's Cultosaurus Erectus. These are in no particular order, by the way. So number 5, 6. It's simple, but I've always found this a very striking image. Judas Priest, British Steel. Judas Priest dumbed down a little bit on the their sound for this album. Everything got a little bit simpler. Absolute iconic album, though, as they tried to keep pace with the new wave of British heavy metal bands. Absolute banger of an album, and a not only an iconic album cover, I've often wondered, it almost looks like the blade is stuck within the fingers, and maybe the original concept was to have blood coming out of it. I'd like to think it was, but maybe that was just a little bit too much back in 1980. But love this cover, love this album. Another one of my favourite new wave of British heavy metal albums, Tigers of Pang Tang, Wildcat. And that cover, again, is one that is just absolutely fantastic. The design and artwork by Cream, apparently. This is a German pressing, so you've got the Wildcat in logo in red rather than yellow. Awesome live action shots on the back, but it's the front covers that I'm all about at the moment. Tigers of Pang Tang, Wildcat. As I say, very few album covers I'm probably going to show that have actually got band pictures on them, but I could not pick Motorhead, Ace of Spades. Such an iconic image and very cool as well. I mean, Lemmy is cool personified. Absolutely fantastic. Produced by Vic Mail, as is the next album. That's Girls' School's Demolition. Tried to find the artist for this one as well, but again, to no avail. But I've always just liked the simpleness of the artwork. Hasn't got a great deal of detail in it, but the Big Ben is getting a bit of a demolition job on it. Fantastic. And last but not least, from 1980, I could not have this video without showing Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. It's a beautiful cover with a few of Angels taking a bit of a fag break and playing some cards. Great stuff. Again, another completely iconic cover. I have not necessarily picked covers because I think they're iconic. I've just picked them because I think they are fantastic to look at. So there we go. That's 1980 for you. See you again in 1981.